Hey folks, how's it going? So, I always love getting new packages from Amazon. It always feels like it's Christmas Day. Anyway, let's open this up and see what Santa has brought little old Richie here. Da, 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 da. All right. What have we here? This is the Drift Racing King Drift Supercar. And anybody who's familiar with Toyota, this is the AE86 model. One of the early rear-wheel drive cars of its time. And anybody who's familiar with rear-wheel drive cars, if there's one thing that they can do well, that's drift. So I found this cute little thing on Amazon. I say, yeah, I have to get it and just do a review on this thing, because you know, we have like, you know, our expensive hobby cars, but this is a simple toy car. But from what I've seen, it's pretty fast and it can drift pretty well as well. So let's I guess I should take this out of the box, see what it looks like, eh? More detail. So at the top here, and as you can see, it's you know, a crude little box, but it's a cool toy. So it says here, can change to high-speed tires for a cool experience of speeding. And yeah, some broken English. Yeah. So anyway, enough of that. Let's take it out of the box. Oh, that's cool. Check out the back here. It actually shows you the type of drift you can do. You can do a U-shaped drift, or you can do a figure 8, right? So obviously I'm going to test it out for myself. Now the front of the box says that it's for ages 3 and up. So anybody who is alive and kicking and is older than 3 years old, this is for you. And this is a 1/24 scale. Obviously a ready to run RC car. So if you look at the back here, it shows you at the back here that it needs 4 AAA batteries, and you need a mini Phillips screwdriver to take the cover off, which is good. Again, it's for 3 and up, so you don't want 4-year-olds or 5-year-olds getting easy access to the batteries. And the tires, you can actually replace them. So you have the drift tires, which obviously are that soft, that smooth plastic, and then rubberized tires for just high-speed driving. And from what I'm seeing here, the same mini Phillips screwdriver that you use to take the battery cover off, you can use to actually change the wheels. And the controller, you have your basic forward and backwards and left and right, so fully functional radio control unit. Personally, I like the trigger type controllers. Let me show you an example of a trigger type controller. So this is a trigger type controller, right, with the trigger here that controls the speed backwards and forwards, and then you can turn left and right. But you know, that's okay. And these are not variable speed. You just press it forward and it just goes forward, same speed, reverses the same speed. There's no variable acceleration or anything like that. So I mean, it's a cheap toy, so what do you expect? But it should be fun to drive. That's why I got it. Anyway, so with the controller, it's a radio control, and it takes 2 AA batteries. So the car takes 4 AAA, which is a smaller penlight batteries, and this takes 2 AAA, which is a little bit bigger. All right. Take this out of the box here. So we have our antenna neatly there. Get the antenna out. There's the antenna. And and these are actually in the car itself. Let me just fix it like that. Unscrew these little plastic thingies. And the car comes out, and then this remote control unit comes out. And then these tires. So these, just feeling them are the rubber tires. So here we have the AE86 drift car. This is a 1/24th scale model. Pretty much a remote control toy for ages 3 and up. So if you're 3 and over, so you could be 56 or 96, it doesn't matter. This car is for you. Couple features. Now it has all-wheel drive, as you can see there. All the wheels turn. Right, do that. Full steering. Has a nice little rocker switch for power. It takes 3 AAA batteries, and then you would need to have a mini Phillips screwdriver to open that battery base, so you can put the batteries in. And here's a steering trimmer here where you can align the wheels to make sure it goes in a straight line. And that's right here. And this is a 27 megahertz frequency that it runs off of, which is pretty standard for radio controlled cars and radio controlled toys. And then look at I like the decals and the design. The AE86 Drift. It doesn't have any. It's not like a cheap piece of sticker. It's actually burnt into the plastic itself. So that's painted into the plastic. So that's gonna last there for a long time. And there's some fire there. AE86 Drift. And then on the side you see the Drift logo again, AE86. So it's a cool, nice looking piece of eye candy for your desk at work or something. And it's also very drivable, as we're going to soon test out. Now, it also has pop-up lights, and these lights actually do work. Now, the pop-up feature doesn't, it doesn't obviously pop up and down. These are fixed in the upright position, but the lights do work. And if I'm correct, yes, I am. There are 4 LEDs at the bottom. So that means you're going to have nice ground effects when this thing is on. And I think these lights at the back, these are lights at the back as well, that work as well. So you have front and rear lights, you have ground lights, and so that's going to be pretty cool. So as far as the rear lights are concerned, I think they do work, but we will confirm that once I do power it up. And yeah, they do look like there are LEDs in the back as well. Now, if you look at these wheels, these are the drift wheels because they're just a smooth plastic, so this should be fun to drift. The box actually showed you a little diagram. It said that you can do, where is it? I saw some pictures here earlier. Yeah, right here. It can do like a U drift, or it can do a figure of 8 drift. Right, so you can do like an 8, or you can do a U. So again, I will be testing it out in a minute. Now, if you get bored of drifting, and I find it hard that you would get bored of drifting, there are the standard rubber wheels you can actually put on. It comes with a set of 4, and you put those on, and you can just have high-speed, boring driving where you can just go forwards and backwards, left and right. But hey, some of us like that as well, right? Because if this is pretty fast, as I've seen in some reviews, it should be fun to drive with these wheels as well. Now, the controller is your standard, front, back, left, right controller. Personally, I like trigger controllers myself, where the trigger is right here. It controls the throttle, and you have a nice little big fat steering wheel. But it's okay. I mean, for the price, as I said, I got it for like 15 bucks. That's 1.5. So that's a very, very good deal. Anyway, so it comes with an antenna that screws in and out. So you can just, when you're not using it, you can unscrew it. But it screws into place. Yeah, it screws into place here. like so. And I recommend, if you're not using it, take the antenna out so so it doesn't snap off, right, when it's not being used. And it extends to about roughly a foot long, so you should get pretty good reception. And there's a little LED here. I guess it tells you when it's on. And I don't see a power switch, so I'm guessing what happens when you start to, move the throttle, then it automatically kicks in and turns on. Because at the back here, I see another area for you to screw, where you unscrew it to put in your two AA penlight batteries. This one, I believe, takes the smaller penlights, the AAA, so it takes 3 AAA batteries in here. Now, this is 1/24th scale. Here's another one I have. This is the Maisto Monster Drift car. This is fun to drive. This is also all-wheel drive, as you can see, and it has that smooth surface on the wheels, designed for drifting. This one is actually 49 megahertz. That's good, because this one is 27 megahertz, so I can actually run the two of these together and have fun, drifting these. Just showing you what they look like side by side. Roughly the same scale, 1/24th, and designed for drifting. The only bad thing about this car, I mean, yes, the good thing is that this one comes with this nice trigger type controller. However, it doesn't have spare wheels, so I cannot put rubber wheels on this thing. And I wish it did come with them, because this car is pretty fast. And both cars are sell for the same price point, around 20 bucks. Actually, this one was a little bit more expensive. It was like 5 bucks more, like 20 bucks. This is 15, but hey, in the same price range. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next? Let me just open this and see what the battery looks like. I don't have batteries on me right now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create a part 2 to this video where I actually put the batteries in it and move around the furniture in the living room there and drive it on the hardwood floor. So as you can see, there's a bay there for two AA batteries, right? And of course, it's good that they have these. You have to find a screwdriver to unscrew the screws to get access to the batteries, and the screws are very hard to get out without a tool. So it means it's safe for kids that are 3 and up, which is important. And let's just open this one here. So I open this, pull that back, and correction, so it's not 3 AAA batteries, it's 4 AAA batteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, that goes in there. And if you do have a lot of remote control toys that require batteries, it's more cost effective just to get rechargeables. Rechargeables are the way to go. So here is where you can control, I think I did mention that earlier, you can control the alignment of your car. Make sure the wheels, look at this way, make sure the wheels are facing as straight as possible. Now, another cool feature about this car is that it actually has shocks, right? They're not oil filled or anything, it's just a simple spring mechanism, but they're shocks in the front. They're not in the back, however. No shocks in the back, but they are in the front. So that's pretty cool. So let me show you how you change the wheels. So we have our 4 wheels here. You use your little, you hold the wheel, and then you use your little Phillips screwdriver, and you turn counterclockwise, of course, to take the wheels off. So just for this video, I'm just going to show you how to change one of the back ones and one of the front ones. So that's the back. Let's see what it looks like. It looks like a little hexagonal extruding piece there. It's a little hexagonal piece of plastic. And let me just do the one at the front. And you should be able to get a good look at the shock that I was talking about. Alright, so you take this off. So as you can see, look at that little shock mechanism there, that's nice. See that? Spring mechanism there. And of course there's no shock at the back, right? And there's 2 pieces of hexagonal pieces of plastic. So I'm just gonna put the rubber ones on to show you. So you look here, it's the same hexagonal piece, so it just slots into place. And that's important because I think on older models it would just be like a cylinder, and if you didn't tighten the screws tight enough, what would happen is the wheels would, the actual axle will spin within the wheel, and you would start losing that speed, right? The wheels don't really spin properly. So having a hexagonal kind of like lock piece to put the wheel in and just have the screw keep it in place is a much better design. Alright, so to change all 4 wheels, it can take you about, if you take your time, a good solid minute or a minute and a half. But it isn't rocket science, and I recommend just hold the wheel with your other hand so it doesn't spin, and you just screw them in. Now, of course, it's plastic, right? So you don't have to screw the screws in too tight. So I have rubber wheels on one side and I have drift wheels on the other. But so obviously I'll change the other two, right? So you have rubber wheels throughout. But so that's your RC drift car. This is the AE86, and I got this cute little thing off of Amazon, and I had to get it. And as I said, it's very, very cheap, and it comes, as I said, with front. So let's quick recap: front shocks, all-wheel drive. You can change. You have 2 sets of wheels. One set is for drifting. The other set is for high-speed driving. You also have LED lights that are working at the front. You also have ground lights for them that light up the ground, so you have great ground effects. And I'm absolutely sure that these backlights also work. And yeah, it's really cool looking design. I love it. So in my next video, you know what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to put some batteries in this thing, and I'm going to drive it all over my hardwood floors and show the drifting, and then I'll change the wheels and show you how fast it drives on regular rubber wheels. Again, it needs 4 AAA penlight batteries for the car itself, and then the controller takes 2 of the larger AA batteries. Recommendation when it comes to batteries: instead of wasting all your money buying alkalines, just buy a set of rechargeables, and you can recharge them and have as much fun as you want driving these little toy cars around. Now, I do have a link at the bottom of this page where you can get this, and I have a strong feeling you're going to go check it out, because when you see how much fun this car is for the price, if you're into this kind of stuff, you would definitely love it. Again, this is for ages 3 and up, and I'm sure you can tell by now I am nowhere near 3, and I got one for myself because I just love them. Anyway, so that's Richie signing off from Richie's Gaming Gadgets and Gizmos. You guys have fun, and I'm going to go put some batteries in this thing. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the AE86 1/24 scale radio controlled drift car. It also comes with a second set of wheels, which are pure rubber, designed just for high-speed driving. Fully functional radio control. This one works at 49 megahertz. And the car is a good looking piece of eye candy, I must say. Very colorful, lovely decals, and it's all-wheel drive, by the way, with front shocks. And did I mention, or did I forget to mention as well, that it has working headlights, tail lights, and ground effects lights as well. And the best part about this whole thing is this thing sells for under 20 bucks. Yep. Check the link below if you're interested in getting yourself one of these cool AE86 radio controlled toys. Now, it is for ages 3 and up, so even if you're 4 years old or 3 or 33, this is definitely the toy for you.